The Podbreed Network is strictly for the small podcasts that are up and coming in the vast world of podcasting. Podbreed is made up of many diverse podcasts coming together to achieve the same goal of being the best damn podcast network on the planet. Find out more at podbreed.com.
This is Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. You listen to the XY show, and I think you'll really enjoy it. If you don't, oh well.
The opinions expressed on the X and Y show are the sole opinions of the host. Please note, there is no intentional desire to offend any member of the listening audience. With that said, if you still feel offended, tough shit.
It's time for the X and Y show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings. Welcome to another segment of the XY Show. I'm your host, Roosevelt. We got a hot show today, and I know I'm going to piss some people off today. Oh, I'm going to get a lot of emails after this one, but you know I don't give a fuck. That's what we do on the X and Y Show. We talk about shit that no one else wants to talk about, no one else wants to deal with when it comes to relationships and marriages and just life. But anyway, before I get to that, I seen a little video on the internet somewhere. It was a young lady. She had received flowers from her boyfriend, and she wasn't angry, but she was like disappointed, and that he gave her flowers without the vase. At first, I thought she was playing. I thought she was kidding around, because there's so much shit on the internet. But she was dead serious. She was kind of angry, but not livid, But, she was basically saying that if you give someone flowers, give them a vase. She basically was saying it's half-assed to give your girl flowers without the vase. And I really thought she was kidding, but she was serious. She was dead serious. And, I just thought about that. I was like, it's a lot of women probably think that way. Like, they receive flowers, with a vase, motherfucker. What? And that's really sad. And that's really bad. That's really bad. I mean, wow. When I saw that, I was like, damn. I didn't realize it was that bad out here. I know it's bad. It's fucked up, really. But I didn't know it was that bad. Anyway, that just rubbed me the wrong way. I just couldn't believe she received the flowers. She wasn't pleased. She was actually kind of, angry a little bit because she didn't receive a vase with it. God damn. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do a survey later on and say, ladies, something like, ladies, if you receive flowers from a man, if you didn't get a vase, would you get angry? And just see the general answer would be. So look out for that survey. I'm just curious because I think there's other women that think that way, and if that's the case, I will be in an old folks' home. I'm serious. I said I've accepted it in the past, but I always thought it was a slight percentage that maybe I'll meet Lucky and change my destiny. But if it's that fucked up, then I'm headed to the old folks home. Fuck it. I might as well call them today and start giving them my damn deposits. Cause shit. Oh boy. Okay. Let's get to the letters. Another thing, I was listening to this show, this other podcast, Dr. Delvina, I believe her name is. She's out of Miami. She used to be on Podbean Network. I don't know what happened, but she's not on there anymore. But I just ran across her show. And she mentioned something while she was recording with this other young lady. Actually, the other young lady, she was kind of fine, but she was married. But she said that libido in men goes down after they reach a certain age. That kind of shit bothers me because it's bullshit. And I know a lot of, and particularly it's like female doctors who be barking at bullshit. Oh, at the man a certain age, the libido goes down. And they bring up all these studies. But, the studies, they're not studying every motherfucker on the planet. They're taking a small test selection. And based off that test group, they make these determinations. That's basic science experiments, where you get a test group on a certain experiment. So they're not testing every motherfucker that come. And I know it's impossible. They can't do that. But I don't understand why, when you have this small test group, how you can determine that pretty much says everybody. Because I'm going to tell you, my libido is, I'm not trying to brag, but there's nothing wrong with it. I want to fuck in the morning, the evening, the afternoon, coffee break, lunchtime, nap time. I'm thinking about fucking. So, and as I get older, I think really about better ways of how to fuck. My libido is not going down any kind of way. Now, I am a Scorpio. Maybe I'm exempt. I don't know. But I was talking. She's a psychiatrist, I think, or psychologist, one of the two. I think she's a psychiatrist because I think she went to medical school. But she was talking this bullshit that libido goes down in men, based off studies. And I'm like, who are they studying? They didn't study me. Shit. So, you can't make it a statement like that based off a test group. That's like saying all men like doggy style. I don't like doggy style, because, don't get me wrong, I do it. But I don't like it. I like to look at who I'm fucking. I like to look at their face and, kiss them and shit like that. I like them looking at me when they taking his dick. I don't like the doggy style. So I'll do it, but it's not my favorite. But that's like saying that, all men over 30 prefer the doggy style. That's a silly ass asinine statement because you really don't know. You can't talk to every man. So you don't have a really good test group to do that. You can't make a statement like that, a broad general statement. All men lose libido after a certain age, studies show. Well, who are you studying? You ain't studying me. You ain't studying a lot of motherfuckers. So that's just, I don't know, they just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And she's a doctor. So, anyway, just my 2 cents. So I just, I don't know, that just rubbed me the wrong way. But anyway, get into the letters. Yo. First one's from Amy. Amy says, my man sucks at eating pussy. No pun intended. That's funny. I get pissed when he asks if it's okay. He's 45. He should know. Thoughts? Well, Amy, my thought is that you're kind of lazy. He's asking you if you are enjoying yourself, and you basically get pissed. So, he's probably already have stopped, or he will eventually stop even asking you and say, every time I ask her, she get an attitude, so I'm just not going to ask her anymore. I don't know why it's, so many people, when they fucking and they're not enjoying themselves, it's so hard for them to communicate. I talked about this in a few episodes. These couples get together and they can't communicate with one another on how they like to be pleased. I don't get it. And then when their partner asks them, sometimes the partner get angry, like Amy. So my thing, Amy, you need to tighten up. Stop getting angry. If he's asking you if you're enjoying it, you need to tell him you're not enjoying it, and you need to show him that in a way that you will enjoy it. What's the big fucking deal? Stop being so fucking lazy. And then you complain about it, but you don't do shit about it. That's what really irks me. You complaining, but you don't allow him to fix it. He can't fix it if you don't open your goddamn mouth. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And every woman's different, Amy. Your stimulation is totally different from Sarah, Roberta, Alexandra. There's different levels, and what gets you aroused is totally different. Every woman's not the same. It's a general direction. Don't get me wrong. You have the general anatomy. All you motherfuckers got clits and vulvas and all kind of, it's the same pussy, but it's different points that you're aroused at. So he the way he's doing it now might have pleased Clara when he was with her, months or years ago. So he's doing it like he pleased Clara. Clara enjoyed it like a motherfucker. But that doesn't do anything for Amy. Doesn't do anything for you. So you have to communicate with him. Say, yeah, honey, I don't like that. I'd like you to stay on the clit for a little longer. I don't like you to fuck with the clit. I like you to lick around the vulva a little bit. Whatever it is, you have to communicate with him. Don't get angry. So that's your fucking fault. He's asking you if you're okay, and you getting mad and shit and don't want to communicate with him on how you can get aroused. Then that's your fucking fault. He's doing his part. Do yours. So that's my thoughts. Okay. Next one from Joe. Joe, I've been dating this girl for about a month. She already wants to live together. Shit. Don't want to tell her no, because I kind of like her. What should I do? Well, Joe, you got to tell her. I don't know what's her reason for wanting to move in after a month. That's kind of fast. You have to tell her, you're not ready for that. Because if you don't tell her, then she's thinking that you might be agreeing to it and might do certain things to make it possible for her to make that happen. Like she might not sign her lease or some shit. You didn't say anything, so I thought you was okay with it. I didn't sign a lease, so I don't have anywhere to go. I got to come with you. So you have to tell her, communication. God damn, you motherfucker. I don't understand. Is it just me? How come it's so hard for you motherfuckers to communicate? Open your fucking mouth. Tell her I'm not ready for that. If she's get mad and say, well, I don't think we should be together, then okay, fuck it then. Let her go. It wasn't meant to be. But you're not ready for that, then you should tell her. Simple as that. It's not that hard, people. I've communicated with this few episodes because it's a big problem in the community of dating. You motherfuckers don't communicate anymore. And not just people who's in relationships, people who are married that don't communicate. Because you didn't communicate when you were dating, so shit don't change. When you get married, just when you say I do, you still don't communicate. Shit hasn't changed. You just got a ring on your finger now. So you never learn how to properly communicate with your mate. That's very important. So, Joe, you have to tell her, I'm not ready for that. Let's date a little while longer than we can see down the road. But you have to open your fucking mouth. Tell her that you are not ready. Stop being a little bitch. All right. Ooh. Sometimes, y'all motherfuckers get me kind of riled up. I don't mean to be that way. But y'all been talking about the same shit for, a few years now. And it's, come on. You have to communicate with one another. Anyway. Let's get on tonight's episode. Oh, boy. Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade. This is my take on that. Well, for those of you who don't know, for those of you who don't keep up with politics and policy and what's going on in the world, you ignorant motherfuckers, the Supreme Court is, it leaked out that they've written a draft on how to reverse Roe versus Wade. And for you ignorant motherfuckers, that was a landslide decision by the Supreme Court, basically restricting government interaction when a woman wants to get an abortion. That's put in layman's terms. That's the simplest way I can say it for you stupid motherfuckers. But so that is threatened. It is threatened now to be reversed. They have a conservative majority on SCOTUS, so it probably will be reversed. It's going to be reversed. I think that. They've already thinking about. They've written a draft. The shit is going to be reversed sooner or later. Sooner, probably. So that's why you have all these protests around the country. Women coming out saying you can't control our bodies, and respect us. The whole blah blah blah. So that's the big thing. It's going to be a really big thing as we get closer to November, and there's a lot of shit going on, but that is one thing that is really affecting us in society. It affects everyone. So my take on it is to let you know, and I'm telling you because it's my choice to tell you how I feel about this. Normally on this kind of stuff, I don't talk about because it's none of your fucking business. But I'm talking about it, so it is what it is. So I am happy that it's going to be reversed. I'm pro-life. I am not pro-choice. I've always been pro-life. I know a lot of now for you women that you feminists sending all kind of crazy ass emails. I'm entitled to my opinion, my point of view, but I don't try to push it on anyone else. That's what really pisses me off. It's like the pro-choice people who are pro-choice. If you disagree with them, you're like a traitor. You're fucked up. You're fucked up in the head, and you're delusional. Because you don't agree with them. And, they get quite violent, or they can be, because you don't agree with their point of view, the pro-choice, which I think is bullshit. I don't agree with pro-choice. I'm pro-life. It's not that I'm trying to control a woman's body. That's not my desire to do, but I'm just pro-life. I don't believe that. I don't believe in abortions. It's just, I'm thinking about, like, if my mom, if something would have happened where she would have wanted to get an abortion, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. And a lot of you wouldn't be listening if your mother's decided to get an abortion. What if your mother decided to get an abortion? You wouldn't be listening to my voice right now. I wouldn't be talking to you right now if my mom would have got an abortion. Once it's a life, every life deserves a chance. Now, I know, like I said again, I know a lot of you disagree with that, but I don't give a fuck. Don't give one fuck. You can disagree. That's the beauty of this country. Have a different point of view, that's fine. But I'm not going to come down on you, fucking idiot. Fuck you. You don't control me. You motherfucker. You the government lieutenant. Fuck all of you. You don't control our body. It's not all about that. You angry ass women. It's not about that. It's just a decision that I've decided to believe in. I believe in pro-life. I think every life, once it has that heartbeat, every life has a right to live. Every life has a right to live. Now, if you want to have the baby and put up for adoption and that kind of thing, cool. But the baby lives. And I know a lot of you saying, oh, fuck you, Roosevelt, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you too. I'm entitled to my opinion, and this is the way I feel. I don't say fuck you for being pro-choice. That's the way you feel. That's where it is. You have a different point of view than I do. Let's move on. I don't think any less of a person of you because you have a different opinion than I do. That's what's wrong with this country now. Motherfuckers think differently, and people get violent. People get insulting. And then I know some of you motherfuckers are also saying, oh, he must be a Republican. As again, none of your fucking business what I am. But I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat either. Just to be clear. So you're wrong again. I just believe in pro-life. That's all. And if, a lot of you women who are angry about this decision, a lot of you are conservative. A lot of you vote Republican. So if you actually, believe in pro-choice, then you know that the conservatives do not. That point of view does not, they've always been trying to reverse that decision. So, why would you put them in power? I'm just being the devil advocate here. I'm just asking a question. Why would you vote for them if they, you feel so passionate about this topic? Why would you put them in power? So, I'm just saying, but it shouldn't matter what political party you're a part of. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party, whatever. It's about your personal fucking choice. Your personal point of view on how you feel. If you feel that a woman should have a choice to have an abortion, without government interaction and being able to do so, that's your right. That's your right to believe that way. You have the right to think that way. If you believe that life should be cherished and not be aborted, that's your point of view, and then that's what it is. You're not any less of a person. You're not stupid. You're not a motherfucker. you're not, it's just, we have to wake up, people. We have to wake up. Now, did I agree with Roe versus Wade when it was in place? No. But I wasn't going to do anything to try to get it reversed. I wasn't going to write my senator and say, you have to change this and blah, blah, blah. I wasn't going to do that. But, however, since now, here we are, about 5 decades later, and it's about to get reversed, I must say I am pleased. I know a lot of you don't like me saying that, especially the women. But that's my point of view. I'm not trying to rejoice in something that some of you feel so passionate about. I'm not trying to control a woman's body. I'm not trying to limit choices that a woman has. I'm not trying to do anything in a malice manner toward a woman or her decisions on her body. I'm just saying that I believe that no life should be aborted. I have a pro-life point of view. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a bad guy. I don't hate women. I don't hate anyone in society. I don't try to limit anyone choices. What a lot of you saying, well, yes, you are. You're contradicting yourself, Roosevelt. No, I'm not. I'm not contradicting shit. I just don't agree with pro-choice. I don't agree in that philosophy. But it doesn't make me any less of a person. It doesn't make me delusional. It doesn't make me a bad person just because I have a different decision or different opinion than you do. So I just wanted to talk about that. This is something that all of us is going to deal with because, pregnancies happen. In relationships, people get pregnant all the time. So, this will limit the resources if it goes through. It hasn't been reversed yet. But if it goes through, it would definitely limit the resources that a woman has to get an abortion. She has to go through a lot of shit, going to different states and across the country and all kind of shit. It'll make it considerably more difficult. So this is something that people in relationships and marriages will have to deal with. So, or is the government trying to control? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows what the government are doing these days? It's a lot of shit going on and a lot of shit that's going to go on always. But, all I can say is how I feel and the people who are pro-life feels. A lot of them don't want to control a woman's body. A lot of them just believe that a life should have a chance at life. That's all. That's all. It should not be snatched out of the air. It shouldn't be, abortion shouldn't be like hitting a reset button on your Atari. Oh shit, I don't like the way I'm losing, reset. Shouldn't be that way. That's a life. That's a life. So, I know a lot of you women are angry. I know I'll get a lot of emails on this shit. But, hey, it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with us having a different opinion on a certain topic. I've done a lot of topics over the years that I've done this podcast. Well, a lot of you don't agree with what I say, and that's fine. But rest assured that I'm not going to be sending emails to you, fuck you. Fuck you, what do you know? You trying to control us? You'll never receive an email like that from me. You have a different opinion? That's fine. That's cool. We roll. That's what makes a democracy good. I'm glad we have Republicans. I'm glad we have Democrats. I'm glad we have the Green Party and different parties Actually, I wish that other parties had a stronger presence. It would really even out things, especially how the makeup is right now, in this country. But you have to have different views. You can't just have everyone thinking the same way. So, Roe versus Wade, how do you feel? How is that going to affect your family? Between you and your girlfriend, or you and your boyfriend, or you and your husband, or you and your wife, you need an abortion, or you have friends or family who need an abortion. How do you feel about that? Are you pro-choice? Do you believe that no matter what, a woman should have the right to have an abortion if she wants to? Or are you pro-life? Do you believe that every life has a chance or should have a chance to live? But whatever way do you live, or whatever way you think, it should not be an issue. It should not be a big thing to be against one another in a malice manner. It's your right to think pro-choice. It's your right to think pro-life. No one should be disrespectful, because it's your right, and you have a right to it. So that concludes tonight's episode. I want to remind you to catch up on any missed episodes that you may have missed in the past. You can always go to my site, www.xyshow.com. I'm on also Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, and Instagram. Those are my social media. You can find everything there as well. You can also find XY Store, which you can buy a shirt and take a picture and let everyone know that you're a true X and Wyer. So, without further ado, and look out for that survey that I'm going to put out on the vase and the flowers. And also, if you have something to say on Roe versus Wade, send it to me. Be respectful. It's not going to make a difference to me if you, curse at me or whatever. I'm not going to cry. So you're not doing anything. We can be respectful. We can be respected adults. Let me know how you feel. I'm not going to think any differently about you if you disagree with me. That's cool. It is what it is. That's the way of the world, as Maurice White used to say. Anyway, I will see you next week, and I want you all to have a happy Memorial Day. Don't drink too much. Don't get a DUI. I want to see you next week, and we are getting closer to the Vermonts. Well, goodbye, and I want you always to remember that you cannot have lust without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.